following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2. Hello everyone, we are back with the February Flurry here. We are halfway through the day and we are keeping things rolling here with Regional Final Saturday, and we have our third matchup on the docket here, and it is going to be one that has a lot of interesting storylines going into it in terms of the seed numbers. It's going to be number 3 seed Cagiest, who's been the highest seed remaining in this tournament to this point, looking to add a little bit of normalcy to all the chaos that's been happening. Or will it be normal? We'll talk about that in a second. Going up against number 16 seed Devin. That is right, number 16. That is the first time in league history we have a 16 seed in the Elite 8/Regional Finals. So Devin looking to keep on making history here with a Final Four appearance here. But one of the biggest seed differentials we've had for a round of 8 matchup, I think, ever. So really chaotic tournament has led to this here, and we'll see who ends up getting the win here. Let's take a look at the snowboarding region bracket, including how both players got here. We'll start with Cagiest here. It's actually been a pretty calm run, all things considered, for Cagiest in a tournament where a lot of upsets have happened. They've kind of just been on cruise control a little bit. Got a 4-1 win over Kane. That was on stream to start in the round of 64. Then they beat Sports Boy 4-2 in the round of 32 in a pretty good back and forth match. Then on stream took care of business against Dino, the 15 seed, in a 5-1 win there, and now goes up against Devin. Interesting thing for Cagiest, they have played all double-digit seeds so far, including the bottom 3 seeds now with playing Devin here. So in most cases, that would be an easy path. However, with what we've seen this tournament, the lower seeds have actually been very strong here. So taking down a lot of these tough players here in this opening tournament here, and this is also the first time Cagiest has made the regional finals here. However, one thing to note going into this match, 3-line is historically not very great in this round. Overall record across both divisions is 2-14 in specifically the regional finals, so a bit of a tough hill to climb for Cagiest here. He'll look to see if he can make that record 3-14. Be just the second 3 seed to make it into the Final Four in D2 history. And then we go into the history maker with Devin. One of the players who started in a play-in actually won that 1-4-0. That one technically not listed on the bracket here, but won the 4-0, got the win over White Spider 4-1 to start off the round of 64 for him. On stream in a quick one, and then for the most part, besides the last round, Devin has had decently quick matches. That matchup with Tommy was a pretty fast one as well. Won that one 4-2, and then in a very close match with Scars, made the comeback after being down 4-2 to win that one 5-4 and move on into the regional finals. That was a good match on both sides there, but Devin ultimately the one to walk away with the win here. And now going into this matchup here, the 3v16, we will see who emerges the winner. This is the first time this matchup has happened. Off the principle of the 16 never making it to the regional finals, and that's the earliest that you could play. These two can play, so this will be a matchup scoregami in a way, in terms of the seed lines playing. But again, both of them looking to make it to the Final Four here. So we saw earlier that Sky was able to get the win in the curling region, and the winner of this matchup will play Sky in the Final Four and join them and Lavina in the Final Four for the February Flurry here tonight. Let's go into the stream overlay. been running solo commentary for the first half of this, but we got my good friend Tapir coming in here to do some co-commentary for this matchup here. Tapir, welcome to the stream here. This has been a very interesting opening, very interesting day here with all the regional finals happening on this Saturday, and first two matches actually ended up being pretty close. Slovenia getting the win over Shaddix 5-3, and then just recently Sky getting the win over AI CoVT 5-4. So on paper, with the trends, this could be a close one here, but I also do want to mention with both players and their seed lines kind of having a bit of a history with this round, or I guess in the case of Devin, no history in this round. Do you think that could play a potential impact in how this goes, or do you think there's another factor that could be playing a role in here and how this one actually ends up turning out?
Well, of course, like all matches, right, there's going to be an element of both skill and luck in each player's home court, right? We're going to see who takes down the win here today. I haven't seen much of um, Devin at all, but I've seen Cage a lot in UUL, and he's a solid player. He actually knows, from my opinion, knows a little bit more about Uno than I would from any other rookie that I would see at such a stage. So I'm curious to see what he does. Devin, he's here for a reason, right? He's got solid record, 17-7 overall, as you said. That 7-11, I would say, working out for him pretty well. So we're gonna see what he does. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. This is going to be a good matchup. Eager to get it started. I think we're going to see some surprises from both sides tonight. So I think it'll be a fun one, and I'm glad to get it here. I'm glad to be here as well. G, there, bud?
Mic was muted. All right, thank you. I'll repeat what I said. Again, thank you to Pierre. Always a pleasure having you in the booth here, and hoping we have another good match here.
Yep.
We're 2 for 2 so far in D2. So, hoping we get
Absolutely.
another good one here. But we're gonna bring it over to Cagiest here, who is the higher seed. In a tournament of chaos, you have actually looked at it in the face and said, I will not go down. And you are here in the regional finals for the first time as the highest seed here, and really one of the few people who makes it here despite being a higher seed. Just kind of any thoughts going into this one? You're going up against Devin, the 16th seed, who has really kind of emerged onto the scene here. Only player who is 4-0 right now because they have the additional play-in win. But just kind of how are you feeling going into this one, and what you feel you got to do to get the victory here after you've been rolling through most of your competition thus far to this point? All right, and Cagiest will type here. I think Devin will also type here, so I'll also ask Devin a question. Devin, this is going to be your fifth match of the tournament here, and could be the one that puts you into the Final Four potentially. It's been a long road to get here. Typing. It's been a long road to get here on your end, but this is the first time the 16th seed's been in the regional finals here. It's really just uncharted territory in general. How are you feeling going into this one and going up against Cagiest, and just kind of what you feel you got to do to get the win here and continue making history and be the first 16th seed into the Final Four? Also, to answer your question in lounge, debut of the tournament. That's what it is. All right. At this point, the seeds mean nothing. We've all earned our spot one way or the other. So in my mind, this is just another match I have to try not to throw. Which, that I think to Pierre, I think that's a fair way of putting it, especially with how this tournament has gone. I really think the seeds are getting thrown out at this point. It's just both players going at it, especially with this being tournament one as well. Tournament one slate is clean. Not really sure what to expect. I mean, I remember when you won this tournament in 2024. You were, I believe, a 4 seed, so not necessarily that was about middle range since that was only a 32 player field. But we've seen the seeds not necessarily matter a whole lot at some points, and I think I kind of agree with Cagiest here, where the seeds definitely could be thrown out. when we're at this point with how chaotic this tournament has been. Really just any player's game to win here at this point. Your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that it kind of mirrors what D1 would be like, because we do talk all the time. Anyone in D1 can take home a season trophy or a tournament trophy. The competition really is just that fierce to where everyone's got a shot. And so I see some similarities here in D2, because anybody can take a shot at the title and win it, right? Because you have a 16 seed, Lemon's a 14 seed, he's here. AICO is 15, so you got 14, 15, 16 here, and everyone's kind of just, vibing in the same way, and they're all just trying to get the title. So I think what you say is spot on, because everybody is just that close to where we all have the kind of the same skill set. Everybody knows, the players kind of well, if you've been studying, and so I think it makes for a really good matchup and a really good conclusion to T1. And as you said, for T1, everything's kind of on the table. You don't really have that kind of head-to-head history, so to speak, as you would with a T3 or a T4. So that is also another way I think it's going to make it a little more exciting. So yeah, let's see where we go with this. Should be fun.
All right. Gonna quickly read off Devin's comments here before we begin. Not gonna lie, sort of nervous and excited. Really glad with how far I made, but I just gotta keep myself on the ground level. Either way, we'll be happy with the outcome. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. But we'll get things going with game number 1. Cagiest has the call. And gonna start with the OG start here to Pierce. So, gonna pretty much start in the. Dude.
Well, look at that. I was going to start out by saying it's a nice feeler, but the bot already just threw that out the window, because let's see where these players go with it. We know we like the culture. Cage is not going to go with the culture today. Devin, surprisingly, I didn't know Devin knew about the culture, so I'm going to applaud that very nicely. Cage, it's fine. We just know you're going to lose 4-0. No worries.
No, it's optional. I mean, you don't gotta do it.
It is
if
optional.
if
Yeah.
for MRE, it's P1. It's like nothing happens. It's only frowned upon. It's only frowned upon, and you get a bit of a voodoo.
Oh
If
my
you
goodness
don't do
gracious!
it
There's no
on
way.
if you're P2 and don't do it, but Devin might just be on his what in the world, dude?
Oh my gosh! Got punished, absolutely punished in every way possible.
No, he was screwed. He was screwed no matter what. That is an insane opening hand to have.
Well, that's come on now. It's Schrodinger's Uno. If you don't do that, you have a chance. But if you play it, you're cooked. You're absolutely cooked. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That is a crazy start to this series, and I mean, I mentioned the 3-line problems in this round. That is a not a great start when it comes to keeping that in mind. Wow. There's nothing to say about that. That's just a 1-turn fit. That is an insane starting hand on 7. They're literally, I don't think, unless like KG's had like a +4 or something, that literally nothing he could do there. But even then, it's like that's not even something you really would think of doing in the first turn. That is insane.
What are we doing?
That is fair enough. Oh my.
That is crazy. If there was any time to play that soundboard, that is wild.
All right, well,
I guess we
game
gotta
2.
I guess we gotta do this. If you will allow me 1 second here.
Drives. That
This
is a
is impressive.
that was
This
a
is
hole in
impressive
one.
for game 1. That was
No,
a
wait.
hole in one. Oh my gosh.
These keep popping off. That's a very bad sign. Okay, KGS is gonna do it this time, but that's a bad sign when it comes to this.
What are we doing?
God, these wild starts just keep popping up every single time in this tournament. We're up to like 23 now or something.
The bot is tripping right now, man.
Oh my god.
How many
Okay,
cards did we
Devin.
pick? We're back with 7. Back with 7 cards. So this
Devin,
is fun.
Devin did not finish on one turn this time, but Cage has no green, so now we're getting going with a bit more normal of a game here. Blue one would be the rainbow. No rainbow there.
It's
Goes with
already
red.
well, it's a reverse stoplight for one, green, yellow, red. Still going in the red though. Man, that's crazy. Finally get to our blue here. Oh, we did have a blue, excuse me. So back to blue rather.
Back to blue, yeah. Pandora's already been opened here. But we're gonna keep it going here. And Devin's at Uno. I actually thought that was game for a second, but no, Devin's only at Uno. Still running Plan A at the moment, because technically the culture draw doesn't count.
It would give him a chance to go 2-0 though if he pulls it out. Does he have blue?
Have
No, he's gonna draw.
Does not have the finish there on that one. But Cagiest is going to be able to keep going. But Devin kind of in that top deck territory here. But Cagiest is
Yeah, he's gonna need an answer pretty quick.
It's actually pretty low on the cards. Gets the Uno on the blue. Tough spot for Devin here.
I like how
draws.
Still there. I love how it completely threw out my notion of being a nice feeler game for game one. We're just already off the rails. We don't know what's happening now.
Well, Devin gets a top deck blue one
That's
here.
crazy.
Cage was at Uno. Didn't have the finish. Still will not have the finish here. Now stuck on blue. Both looking for an out here. Both low on cards as well. I thought that was actually going to be it, but no, it's going to be another draw here. Draw blue 5. So keeping it going here on this blue here.
Been in blue the longest for this game. Curious when we're going to get another switch. Who's going to get the answer first? It is going to be Cage now with the double play into yellow. 4 extra freshies for Devin.
So yeah, Cagiest does get a +4 here. May have been top deck, may have been something he had, but didn't really have the lineup. We'll see, but he does throw some extra cards to Devin. Devin 6 double play it on yellow, but still stays there.
Cage still with the advantage here, only 3 cards. Does have a chance to tie this game up 1-1.
And he will.
And he's going to do it. There you have it.
There's the animation there. I thought I turned that off. We'll put that in for the Final Four. They added that today. I was trying to keep it consistent for what's it called, the Final Four, but they actually have a new scoreboard animation now on the what's it called, the scoreboard. I could if you want to look at the stream, I could show it again real quick. But we'll be using that starting in the Final Four. Just didn't use it this round because
Got it.
The update happened like mid-game of game 1, and so we didn't use it before. So just to keep it consistent, but I'll turn that off. I don't know how that got enabled, but yeah. So Cagiest gets the win there, ties it 1-1, alleviates the chaos of game 1, and now 7 is off the board for the rest of the series.
Going up to 11 here for game 3. 1Q. 1Q, chat.
1Q. That is my favorite number.
I would like 1Q.
I'm gonna leave.
And another
now,
wild.
really, like...
+4. You have got to be kidding me.
3 in a row. 3 in a row.
3 in a row, chat. 3 in a row, chat. What is going on today?
And no, it's not different. It's not different. Just because it's a +4 does not mean it's different. They are functionally the same in this case. Oh my god. I have no words. I
Let's.
have absolutely no
Well,
words.
it looks like Devin meant to play a reverse there, but only the 3 registered, so we're going to be sticking with that red 3. It's going to be Cage here now with the response.
We'll see if
That might be
matters here.
crucial for Devin. That might be fatal if that's the only red he's got. He might have to play something else now. Or he just has to play the reverse and then draw.
We'll
It'll be
see. I
crucial,
mean,
and we'll see what happens there.
he could also have another red number, and then it will be honestly just a nothing burger. No, he actually does not have it, so he does have to draw. So he
No,
does.
so
You're right. That does play an impact up here. Cagiest is not really going to make it much of an impact, though. He's just going to play another red. Maybe. I don't know. I just know that, like, so many have happened in this tournament specifically. But, wow, Devin actually switches to yellow, and that actually forces Cagiest into a bad spot here. And now he's going to draw.
kind of turn the tables, effectively turning the tables there, because now what's going to have it happen is Devin has the upper hand. Gage is going to do the same thing with the no you draw. Devin probably isn't going to play off the reverse. If anything, he's just going to play a number. It's going to be the yellow 8. Yellow 5 from Cage, 3 down this time. Devin still with the card advantage. Y'all good, G?
Yeah, we're all good. Sorry, just had to catch my breath there for a second. But switch the green here. Taco actually pops in. Welcome. It is 1-1 at the moment, and this has been a complete nonsense start so far. Not necessarily by the players per se, but more by the bot.
The bot has
+2.
decided to go driving. The bot is driving at full speed ahead.
It's gonna drive into a tree at some point, but drive started with a hole-in-one on the first hole. So
yeah, hole-in-one, 7-card run. Going from the basement to the top floor now with the Lavina Green 9. He's also in this regional finals. We'll see him later on.
well, actually, Lavina
Pull
was
out.
the first match today. Lavina's in the final four. So
Oh, my
yeah,
apologies.
yeah.
Well, he's going to be continuing his run then.
Yes, Lavina and Sky are in the final four. The curling and then figure skate, or not curling already out. Figure skating, and this is snowboarding. Those are the 2 remaining ones. So the Australia versus Australia match is later tonight, which, I know it's happening tonight. The time is a bit murky at the moment though, but it will happen tonight.
Got it. Depending on D1, I might be able to just sit in for like the first half hour. You know, depending on my schedule, I can just sit here if you need a co-com. I mean, if you want.
Fine. Or you could do like the Mike Harlan, or I think Mike Harlan, like the Mike Harlan strategy where you just co-commentate 2 games at once.
Beautiful. All right. Oh,
All right.
and in other news, the switch channels like 14 times per minute.
Yeah, just to switch over. It's like, wow, that was a great play. Anyways, switches channels. So how are you doing?
Yeah.
We got 2-2 game here, and then we switch over. Oh, it's now 4-4.
It is a 2-2 game, and over here we have a 7-card draw, and over here we are in Draw City. Okay. Anyway. Oh no. Anyway.
All right. Well, anyways, after those antics, Devin is low on the cards here on this blue. Cagiest taking a second, gonna have a bit of a run going and takes the game right then and there. Makes it 2-1 here. Devin was down to 2 cards, and Cagiest able to get a 6-card finish there to make it 2-1 in his favor. Kind of snuck up with that one there, especially with not a whole lot of ammo coming in towards the end of that one, but managed to save it up till the end and gets the win.
He isn't effectively going to eclipse that 7-card run to start out.
The longest chained one is a little buggy, so I would just ignore that. I don't think it could comprehend a 1-turn finish either. But yeah, Cagiest gets the win there. I guess I guess I kind of want to ask, kind of what the lineup ended up being. What kind of cards did you pick up along the way? What were holds? Because you did get plus two, like about a minute before that finish happened. So I'm wondering if you picked up any ammo cards when that happens that kind of helped you get that win there. Most of the powers didn't start. Okay, so there were majority holds then. Yeah. In that case, you're going to start with 8 here. Devin has the call. Going to go for 8. If it's another wild, okay, thank goodness. I was about to lose all my faith if that was another wild, but we actually get a non-wild start here with the green 4.
Take that 4, chuck it out the window. I want a wild start. I want a wild start, chat. Every game is going to start with a wild from now on.
Is that going to be like a new UUL rule? Like it has to start in the wild? That could actually give a slight home advantage to the home team, also if they do that. But anyways, gonna roll with red for the time being. After yeah, Devin immediately switched off the green also to start, so red is gonna be essentially the new starting color. But yeah, I mean, going with 8 here, this could end up being another quick game here. We haven't had anything over 5 minutes. Cagiest looking to make it 3-1. Devin looking to kind of flip the script from the first home stand and to make it 2-2. Crossover into blue here. Cage does rolls with the blue. We have just been rolling with numbers so far to this point, and Cagiest is out on blue here. Can Devin keep it going? No, he cannot. So both out on blue.
It's going to be a 3-color game now.
Going to be draw city as well, so trying to build up those hands here. And then someone's going to get the break here, and we'll get this resumed. But we'll see what comes out of this. Devin's going to make the break here to green. And get the switch in the green 1, or gets to play in the green 1, and now we are rolling on the green here. But for how long, that's going to be the question. I'm not sure how long both players can sustain the green here before someone's going to go for a switch. Cage still has it. Devin looking to finish the game, actually, yeah. So Devin actually finished the game on a 3-card run there with the switch in the yellow. So actually had no red either, but had the lineup there, and it worked out wondrous for Devin, and it's now 2-2.
Yeah, both players tied it up, and we take a look at the stats too. It's kind of close. You know, there's no really wild swings. It's just going to be just Cage with that 6-card chain there as opposed to 3.
Technically, Devin's is 7, but the bot is glitching a little bit with that. It's a minor thing,
I
so
was
we'll
going
take
to
whatever.
say I was wondering why Devin's 7-card isn't in there, but no matter.
Yeah, I don't think the bot could comprehend a one turn finish, but yeah. All right, well, we'll get it going here. Game 4, gonna start with the skip here. I think we have waved away the wilds for now.
Oh, you say that. Now you did it. Now you did it. Gonna come back with a vengeance.
All right, well, Cagiest is not coming in with a vengeance here to start this game as he has no yellow. Devin is gonna be able to play it though, but no, actually, Cagiest did have a yellow, but he didn't want to leave the door open, so I stand corrected there. But now he's probably gonna have to find a switch out, which he will get on the blue.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the blue, and Devin's okay with it now with a double play. Rider CG combo. Cage coming back with a blue 7. Keep it rolling for him. He's got the 1-card advantage. Devin ties it up now with a switch to red.
This has been a very fast-paced series so far. I mean, we're only about 15 minutes or so into game time, and we're already in the game 5. Actually, no, even less than that. We're only into like 13 minutes.
Definitely, yeah. These two players are rather fast-paced. They do know what cards they want to play when. They kind of have that efficiency about them. Some players like to take their time, and that's completely fine. But these players, they make decisions rather quickly. Cage over here,
I think this
switching to
very much could
blue.
lock up a win for Cagiest here with the wild play. Getting close. Blue 6. Switch the green here from Devin.
Switch to green.
Draws.
Cage is going to draw. Devin now at Uno. Turns the tables completely.
Gets the green 1.
Green 1 there. Devin has a chance to lock it up.
Devin will
Does
draw.
not take it.
And Cagiest will draw as well. Now both drawing on the screen here, so no immediate finish in sight at the moment. Was looking to be another quick game, but no one quite had the finishing card. We go back into the blue. And both seem to have it, but for how long? Well, Cagiest has the blue 2 here. And there calls Uno. I was about to say he got the Uno twice before and didn't call it, but it went uncalled. It did not get called out.
He did not
Uno
call
this time.
Yep.
Devin
it is
did
tough
not
to
notice
notice
her,
if
yeah.
you're not paying attention. This might be Cage's win right here if he decided to call it. He might have the answer.
No,
He does
he's not
not.
this time.
Interesting. There are some times that, you do know some players will leave it open because they don't have the finish. I was wondering if Cage was there and that's why he decided to call it. But it turns out
man,
that,
a big
Devin at
run
Uno
there to
now
get
with
the
a
red
triple
on
play.
Uno.
Steals and pulls the rug out from under him. Cage is definitely in danger here. Can Devin scoop it? No.
No finish there. Both players with teases on Uno, but just ultimately no option. Both are very low on the cards here and are very much just fighting to get a huge top deck. And there's the top deck I was about to say.
+4.
+4 top deck comes in,
Yep.
and Devin will get it.
Yeah, you definitely called it there. I was wondering because it looked for a while there that they were both just looking for that top deck answer. Devin, of course, getting that Devin getting his wish answered right there. But yeah.
Green skip
Start with 10
being
now.
the strike. Green skip being the strike card there is interesting. I'm curious. I'm thinking that for Devin he picked that up after they were on green because I think the last card for both players switched a few times on what it actually was. So yeah, I mean gets the run on red and ultimately top deck the +4 to get the win there. But I mean a very very tight game on that one, and it's 3-2 Devin at the moment. But
it did definitely. And I do have one question for Cage just as we before we move on. It sounded like Cage you needed yellow there. It looked like you were waiting to switch over to yellow and just didn't get that opportunity.
yeah, we'll see what Cage has to say here.
See if he responds there. Because we did run through green. Yeah, 2 yep, there you go. And 7 just wasn't the answer, and well, 7 was because he had it, but 9 didn't work, and other numbers. So sometimes you just had to use the number of fish. I mean, gee, is it your opinion? Is it too early for a power play? Like we're only 3-2. We would have been 2-2 at that point. Is it too early to use the power play? Thoughts on that?
Honestly don't think it's too early at this point. It also is like a bit of a situational thing, like kind of where you are at. So I actually think a power play there would have been fine, but I also get the idea of wanting to hold on to it for a bit longer. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of those moments where as the
Interesting.
series go on, you kind of think back on it as like, should have maybe done it back then, but sometimes it's difficult to figure out when's the exact right moment to do it because there's some moments that it's very tempting, but may not be the right time to use it. So um, we'll see if that's something that Cagiest will look back on and think maybe I should have done it that way. But we're gonna keep going with Game 6, and we're gonna start with the Red 6 on 10 cards.
Red 6 on 10. Yeah, you're absolutely right. See, I'm the type of player to use it for a power play lock. I insist on using it in the last half of the series. You will rarely, if ever, see me use my only power play in the first half of the series, but that is my personal belief. And we'll see. Of course, Cagiest, he's never out of it. We're only at Game 6, and there's still a lot of game left. There's only 3-2, down 3-2, but he is well within his right to pull it right back in his favor and make it an effective best of 3.
All right, well,
Going to be
gonna have to switch in the red
red
here.
8 now. Interesting how we're back into red after starting on red to start off the game. And now we're into the red 4. Possible switch. I'm just having a hunch there's a switch coming soon.
Possible run
Just
coming.
kind of feels
Devin is
like,
gonna go for power
oh.
play. Maybe another
So there's going
run
to be game
coming
6
in.
that he burns it. He might
Oh
have an
man,
opportunity now to go up 4-2.
blue 3
There's the power play activated.
+4. Cage is not gonna be able to
Has
power play
2
here.
cards
Double
left. He's going to
+4
put another one down. And he's
and a
going to
wild
finish
to
with
close it out.
another wild. Oh my gosh. The wilds have been crazy. And that right there is going to take the +4 differential way up. Devin now 5-2, 7-1 over reverses, 11-5 over skips. Definitely the pendulum is swinging back into his favor, big time.
Yeah, well, that's just a really great. That's another good hand from Devin here. I mean, just has a really great amount of connections there, and it's now 4-2, one away from making the Final Four as a 16 seed, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, Cagiest for Cagiest, I mean, it's still in it, but man, that's gonna be a tough one to swallow here, especially with the consideration of Game 5 and then Game 6 ultimately being a Plan A one where Devin just kind of got away with the hand there. So
Definitely.
um,
And it's going to be Devin now with 2 chains to win the game.
mhm.
Cage still looking for a leg up. And we do talk all the time. Devin being up 4-2 is a lot better at this point than going 3-3 tied, making it a best of 3. So Devin definitely with the advantage here. Cage has a chance to come back. He will have to win the next 3 games, but he does still have his power play. I'm really eager to see if he can take it down.
Yeah, Scars mentioned it. Devin has 2 home in a row now, so it's going to be good advantage for him. But we'll have to win without the power play. Also, I'll mention it points wins. It's the same thing really. So up to you. But Devin gonna try to run the luck gamble here with 6 here. He's liking the momentum swing at the moment, and gonna open with a green reverse here, so could get started with an early run on this one. Sapir, your thoughts on Devin going low in this?
I kind of was thinking the same thing because now with 2 homestands, you kind of want to finish it off and get the kill shot as quick as you can. Knowing that you're on that hot streak, you want to try and close it out as quick as possible. So I don't hate it. We're going to see if Cage can come back from it and steal one out from under him. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Oh
We're
man,
currently
we are
running the
getting
numbers
so
here. We
many
just
color
had
switches.
so many color switches, and we are now in territory for it. Well, no longer, but double play from Cage. We were in a territory for a rainbow, but no longer. Devin
Both
calling a
of
clap back with a blue 9. And now both players at 2. Cage is going to draw. Devin has a chance to take it.
says that's it.
GG's looks like he's going to do it.
Can't power play there.
Nope, can't do it. It looks like it's over. As long as he
Unless,
gets it
well,
right.
unless he makes a mistake here, which we've seen before. And yeah, +4.
And
That'll
there
do it.
is no mistake. It is going to be 5-2 for Devin, sending Cage home. And Devin, a 16 seed, is going to be in the Final Four.
That is pretty crazy, but unfortunately, we mentioned the 3 seed curse on the top. It's yeah, I don't know. There is something with this round that is giving 3 seeds a lot of problems here, and I think today, it's just unfortunately did not, especially the back half. I think did not have the cards at all to contest Devin. Yeah, I mean, decent differential on that one, but Devin really did all he could do to make sure he ran away with this one, 6-2 on the +4s. Very few +2s. Only 3 +2s played the entire series. That's a bit weird. We don't usually see that. But yeah, it's gonna be a rough one for Cagiest there, but I think still a great tournament for Cage, all things considered. First time he got past the round of 32 and makes it to the regional finals. Still a pretty good showing there. Karmic balance
Absolutely.
remains in last 3 games. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, to make it to the Elite Eight in any tournament is always impressive. So I don't fault Cage for thinking that way. It was still a great run, and definitely last 3 games. We always talk about the pendulum swinging back in or against your favor. So it is going to Cage going home, but we will see him back next tournament, and he's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Well, before we go to our winner Devin here, let's go back to the Final Four bracket here, and I mean the chaos is going to continue here with this bracket as we have our snowboarding regional champion in Devin, 16 seed, makes it to the Final Four. That is just an unbelievable sight. The chaos continues to reign supreme here, and he will get the job done. I mean, 13, 16, and a 5 seed, which is a little bit more normal. Um, it's been an insane tournament, and we're seeing an insane selection of seeds making it to this point. I mean, even then, yeah, 5 seed is really the only one that's a little bit normal here because that's happened 3 times before. But it's only the second time ever for a 13 seed, and obviously the first time ever for a 16 seed. At least in D2 for the Final Four. But it's been a wild one here. But that's been how chaotic this February FLURRY tournament has been. But let's go back into the stream here. Gonna go to Devin here, who ends up winning. Cage electing to dip, which is fair enough. Probably needs to cool off a little bit, but it's all good. Devin, just kind of any thoughts? You get the win. You're in the Final Four. That's your 5th win technically now, so you're off to a phenomenal start here after starting in the play-in. So definitely taking full advantage of this run here, and now you are technically 2 matches away from winning the February FLURRY here after starting in the play-in. Just kind of walk me through your thoughts here as you get the win here today in a relatively quick series that ultimately ends up being under 20 minutes in game time.
Definitely a quick series for sure.
Yeah, that actually gives me a decent bit to make sure I have everything set for the last game. But I will update this. Feel like I did good, though there was some time where I wasn't as defensive as I would have liked to be. Decks were definitely my side, 100% ready for the Final Four. All right, well, Again, congratulations on making it there. Continuing to make history here as the first 16 seed, not only in the regional finals but also in the final four. That also makes the 16 line officially 1-0 in the regional finals. So if it happens again at some point, we can go back to that trend here. But I'm gonna pull up the finished snowboarding regional bracket here. Tapir, any last thoughts from this series? I mean, very quick one, very explosive, and I mean, we saw that with the opening game of this one, but just kind of your general wrap up thoughts here after this matchup and going into the final four here, as we now have 3 of our 4 spots determined.
It was a quick one, and it was definitely luck based and just luck played. You know, a big you know, play. It played a lot into the result, but I will say on the account of both players, they did really well in trying to just manage the stamina, and you know, they weren't really too shaken by the results, and they just kind of stayed determined in winning. So even though Cage lost, I think he did put up a good fight, and he's a strong player. Devin, of course, proving he's a strong player, even though he's a 16 seed. We did say in the start of the match, right? It doesn't look like seeds are going to be as important as you would think. So it is going to be Devin that's going to face into the final four, and I do want to see where he goes with this. You know, he is really close to taking it down as a 16 seed, and it'll be very interesting to see just how deep of a run he gets. So I really want to see where that goes. But as for this match, I do think it was well played overall, and I'm very happy to have been here.
All right, well, thank you, Tapir, for joining me for this one. That'll do it for the snowboarding regional final. We have one more left for the regional final Saturday here, and it's going to be the Australia versus Australia matchup, the second of the tournament, Telna versus the Lemon in the figure skating region. What a match
Good
this is
day,
looking to
mate.
be. Good eye, mate. That is true.
Good day,
Um,
mate.
but to wrap up the regional final Saturday, it's going to be a battle at the land down under. We're still waiting to check what the time is going to be. It was originally slated for 8 p.m., but now that's a bit murky. We'll let you know in the Discord server what happens with that one, but whether it goes on at 8 or if it goes a little later, but that will be our last match. That will determine our final spot into the final four here. We start off the day with 8. We're now down to 5 players, and we have one more spot to fill in this final four here, and see who will face Lavina. But you will not want to miss it. This is getting down to the wire here for the February Flurry. Again, thank you to Pierre for joining me in the booth. And behalf on the MRU Commission team, my co-commentator Tapir, and then also our ref Scars, and both our players and everyone else who came out to watch. Thank you all so much for watching this stream. I'm gonna throw it over to you for Fairy Tale February, where Red and Caesar are in a game 7 at the moment. Red looking to pull the upset there, so I'm gonna quickly end this stream here. Make sure you go over there. That stream is going live right now. Very close matchup to possibly have another upset happen in the Fairy Tale February, where there has been not a lot so far. But until then, I'm G-Man. Got one more matchup for you for the February Flurry here tonight. We will be live and ready for when it goes. But until then, take care, everyone, and have a good one. We will be back soon with our final regional final of the night.